What up, fam? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Dale.
And I'm Jazz.
You know what? And nah, we got some things that we need to talk about first. So this food is gonna have to wait.
Yes, and disclaimer.
Yes. If you are a child, if you watch with your kids, please click off this video because this video is about to be facts. Because if you don't say and show what a person said and actually did, then you are putting words in their mouth. Therefore, you are lying on them.
And I know you lying. Period.
So, before we get into it, we first like to say we apologize because we have things that are dating back to March and May of last year that we let slide, you know, and so many people will say, hey, well, you could have handled this in confidence. We went that route 4 to 5 times. Let me see. First email that we responded to, we checking you out. Second email, when you come with the nonsense, we like, and then even after that, we meet you in person. We still treat you with hospitality. 4th time, even after we treat you with all this kindness, you still, as Divine says,
And he still gave you his ass to kiss.
Gave us your ass to kiss.
So, at this point, if you're truly sorry for something, your actions will resonate just as much and as loud as your disrespect did. So, now we're finna get into this video.
First of all, y'all know that we stay away from drama. We try to be as positive as we can be. So if we're saying something and we're making a video, then that means something has went too far. We say a lot of times that a lot of you guys come across our channel and y'all like, oh my God, y'all deserve way more. But a lot of you guys don't know what go on behind the scenes, what we don't say, what we heard about us.
Right.
And we just don't say anything.
Motherfucker tired. What? I'm motherfucker tired.
We just keep on
and this like
trying to be positive and trying to grow. But enough
is enough. 2020, we going into this boy clear and concise. No bullying. No bullying. You know what I mean? When I went to go fight for the Constitution, I ain't fight for all this. I ain't fight for nobody being a bully and using a platform to diminish people. Let me not get into too much. Where we gonna start at? Okay, so when we met LLIPS in Atlanta, the whole vibe was already kind of crazy. Because there's some things that we're going to address in just a second, but we have to talk about the most recent thing that we were present for. You know, and
but we were not invited to Atlanta for LLIPS
birthday celebration. No. Prissy P is Adonis's godmother. So with them being so close, they said, hey, you guys are 2 hours away, so if you can swing it, we'd like to see our godson. So we said, you know what, although we've had an experience, we gonna show up for y'all because we can't allow someone else who's done harm put a hamper on you guys weekend and being able to see your godchild. So we go. Now, up until this point, we hadn't had any communication with LLIPS outside of when he fell off our channel. So when we're there, he walks in, oh my God, I love you guys so much. And you know, he's over on Prissy P, you know, hey, it's some things that went on with the Fritz that I'm not proud of and I need to fix it. Now, nobody knows. Right, and take in mind this incident that he's speaking of happened in May of 2019. This is December of 2019. A whole 7 months have elapsed. And if you really were truly trying to fix whatever wrong had happened, why would you wait until you're in the presence of, and you're in the presence of Chris P if it was so so heart weighing on you, then you should have taken care of that. So the vibe already is showing us like, So it's 10 o'clock at night though.
We arrived on Friday around 4.
We got there at 4 o'clock. We've been sitting there until 10 o'clock. I'm coming. And then at some point, communication just completely fell off to where communication was nil to none.
We didn't know if he was still coming or not, but we were just still chilling because there is no bad blood. So we were at that point, we were just chilling around waiting to see when he was really gonna come.
And we got, you know, so we cooling it. And granted, it's a Friday, but it's 10 o'clock at night. You know, I don't know about you, but when I pull up at somebody's house, I'm gonna have respect. I ain't pulling up, you know, like 2 Chainz. It's my birthday, bitch. It's my birthday. That's not how I'm pulling up to somebody's house at 10 o'clock at night when I've delayed them for 10 hours. They have been waiting for 10 hours. That's a whole half a day.
And we were just sitting around twiddling our thumbs, waiting, chatting it up, like, is he gonna come? But we could have spent that time, well, not we,
fixing Trey's car. Ray Sean and I both fix on cars. We could have did his brakes, anything, and try to get them on the road instead of sitting all that time around waiting on you. So, okay, we leave because it's 10 o'clock. We finna go. Because you say you're coming over the next day, right? But
what did he tell us before we left? That he wanted something to eat.
Yeah.
Oh so, my God, Jazz, I want you to cook me some spaghetti and some fish. That's all I want. I just want some spaghetti and some fish.
Now take in mind, this man has not commented on our channel since May of 2019. And then even in May of 2019, went back and deleted every single comment he'd ever made on our channel. So, you know, when he did that, we already were thinking some funky stuff was going on. So we're in Atlanta and he's requested this meal. Jazz and I, at this point, 24 people, including Trey and Nene, 24 people are at Fam's crib. So why would somebody only cook a meal just for you, like you are some prima donna queen or something? You know what I mean? And when you pull up the next day, after having people wait 10 hours. So let's be on time.
Yeah, we're gonna be on time tomorrow. I'm gonna be there at 12 sharp.
You're gonna be there at 12, but you gotta be gone by 4. Now the next day rolls around, Jazz and I have time to go to Kroger, Costco, and Sam's.
And we were late. We were late.
We get there around 2.
By 1:30.
Yeah, 1:30, 2 o'clock. And
nobody's there but P and Trey and Nene and
us. So we have time to cook. And I'm not talking about small cook.
All the fish.
The chicken was already thawed.
Clean the chicken.
The chicken was already thawed. Clean the chicken.
Season the chicken.
80 jumbo sectionals. 5 pounds of tilapia. 5 pounds of catfish. We had time to cook all of this. Fried the fish. 5 pounds of fish.
Corn.
10 pounds of fish. I'm sorry.
Salad.
10 pounds of fish. Y'all gonna have to forgive me because there's been so much waning on us that has been going on behind the scenes. And to be perfectly honest, the situation that we're gonna get to, had we said this then, maybe all these people that got hurt, they wouldn't have got hurt. So we've had time to cook 80 wings, 10 pounds of fish. We've cooked 4 pounds of spaghetti noodles. We made a 7-quart crock pot full of spaghetti sauce, 2 salads, 4 loaves, 4 whole loaves of garlic bread, and 7 quart corn, 30 other miniature corns, and on top of that, 7 quarts of grits. We did all this because Trey and Nene are already out dealing with you. While we had them running around to do all of this, the next day when you show up and you have people like it's an entourage. Like I'm talking about when you arrive, everybody's arriving with you. And that makes absolutely no sense for something that was pre-planned, had been in the works for a month. I'm talking a month.
Because while everyone was waiting on you, Flavor Eats, the Smith Bunch, everybody that was sitting in their room, the CashApp sitting in their room waiting on you to say, okay, it's time to go to Trinity House. They could have been at Trinity House making videos or doing whatever.
Now, you may not have known that Prissy was there, although when someone says, hey, I booked my room, that's confirmation there. You know, I don't have to keep up with you like you're keeping me under pins and needles. You know, you don't have to micromanage me. Once
Unless
I
just say I'm not coming, or something came up.
Once I say I booked my room, that's money out of my pocket. So that's my confirmation there, regardless of whether it was 3 or 4 weeks prior. If I book my room 3-4 weeks prior, then that means that I'm trying to come kick it with you. That was your confirmation right there. So regardless of whether she said, hey, I'm in Atlanta or not, you knew you had Trey and Nene waiting for your get together, your YouTube meetup. Now, for you to arrive and you to walk through the door for something that you requested,
late,
4 hours. The time that he said he had to be gone by is when he shows up.
5 o'clock.
But you walk in the door, ain't nobody asked for all this.
Really, nigga?
Like, okay, cool. But we already said we got some funky vibes, so we coming up to where this brings back into the lead in. Night goes on,
and he showed up late to do videos and
with no material.
With no material.
He told me the day prior.
Yes, still had to leave, go to the store to get his materials for him and Marquise's video, and come back. And we were still cooking.
So nobody asked for this. And then, but even unbeknownst to us, through the grapevine, the food was nasty. Now, everything I just said, completely gone. But the food was nasty.
This food was cooked by the Fritz family, okay? I'm gonna put their name up. I know y'all probably already know them, but the food looks delicious. I taste the grits already. Oh my God. Hey, glory, honey. Them grits were so creamy. Let me try this spaghetti. That spaghetti really good. They are a good team in the kitchen. Do you hear me? Honey, what he ain't got, she got. What she ain't got, he got. It's good to see couples work together like that. But these grits are so bomb.
Like, on strength of trying to make sure that everybody else is having a good time, because we all have a sour taste in our mouth at this point. 10 hours. The Smith Bunch have 8 children. 8. You know how much time that is for someone to lose just sitting around twiddling their thumb in the hotel room? They could have been sitting around twiddling their thumb, waiting and chilling with their kids for them 9 hours, and then hit the road and still made it there in time enough for when you arrive. That's just disrespectful for people's time, because time is the one thing that you cannot get back. Moments lost and memories were gone. You can't reclaim those. So the next day, you know, top of being late, you pull us to the side to apologize for the incident that happened in May of 2019. When you pull us to the side, you have Sam's World there. In our minds, we're trying to understand and figure out like where and why Sam's World is there. Like, no disrespect to Sam's World, but when you burned us, Sam's World was nowhere there to our knowledge. So we have no idea why you have her here in this apology that you're telling people that you owe us. Now, this is after we've given you 4 opportunities. 4. And I'm going, you know, we're gonna pop receipts up, because we don't do that playing. Giving you 4 opportunities and told you like, hey, we human. We understand that sometimes things can be taken out of context, and if we rub you the wrong way, let us know. You know, we are not above saying, hey, we were wrong. We are sorry for what we did. And that's exactly what we told you. Verbatim, email, right here. So for the things to have transpired, and then you to say, well, Sam was there present. Well, what were you telling Sam about us? Because if we've told you in email that you can reach out to us and talk to us if you ever feel any type of way, then why are you still pouring 2 times spicy on our name? I'm just extremely curious. So after the Apollo lie with Sam's World,
that you say you don't know anything.
No.
You don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
Now is when we twist to go to the left. Back on March the 27th, 2019, we get an email from LLIPS. So we're gonna have this stuff running. And pretty much to sum it up, we had already been seeing him for a little while prior to the email. Now, when we saw him prior to the email, his comments were going to the spam folder.
He was commenting on our channel. They were going to the spam because he kept saying, come to my channel, subscribe to my channel, come to my channel. And
putting hashtags in the tag, in the comment. So it was going to the spam folder. So when he emailed us, we're like, okay, you know, maybe he just doesn't know. Now, as we go through and read the email, some things stand out to us. Especially like this area here that's gonna be highlighted where he said he studied channels like us, but we've never heard of, you've never commented on our channel. At this point, we've been on YouTube for a year and a half.
You just started commenting.
Your name
once you started.
Living life in positive serenity. Our intro was living my best life.
Living my best life.
We have a whole positivity comment. And our oldest child's name is Serenity. So if you say you study people and all those immediately are pulled from our channel, then how are we to feel? And even at the end of this email, the most off-putting thing to me is, we are many, we are legion. In the book of Mark chapter 5 verses 8 and 9, it says that Jesus went to exorcise a man. And when he exorcised the man, he asked the demons that were occupying the man, who are you? What are your name? We are many, we are legion. I'm talking verbatim in the Bible. So getting all these red flags, but you know what?
Still gave it a chance.
Still gave him a chance. So we go subscribe to his channel, hit the bell, start watching videos. You know, he seems like he's bubbly on person, but on camera. But as things start to unfold, the pushiness and the edginess, it starts to come even more and even more. Because after you email us about a collab, after you have 2 videos on YouTube, and you say you're more than willing to do the work, and all we said is we just want to see you be consistent. Because at this point, 2 videos, we can't tell how your consistency is going to be. Now, after that, we share your video on the community post. After we share your video, then that's when things go left. We get an email from you, which is right here, and it's saying, oh, well, you know, I'm pretty sure you know by now someone's made content derogatory towards your channel and I ain't had nothing to do with it. Again, deflection, putting the blame off on somebody else. You know, I ain't had nothing to do with it, I ain't know about it. We like,
okay, well, if someone made a video about us,
let us know what to say.
What did it say?
So again, he's beating around the bush. Don't worry about it.
I handle it. We ain't crazy.
We know finesse when we see finesse. We from Birmingham, Alabama. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff is not gonna fly. If you're apologizing, but you're really telling an apology lie, you're apologizing for someone who you say was a childhood friend, for their content they made against our channel. But when we ask you, okay, well, let us know what it said. Oh, don't worry about it. I handle it.
Tell us.
No harm done.
Right.
And then following that, LLIPS just falls off the face of Fritz Family Entertainment.
Every comment he ever made, gone from our channel.
Completely deleted. We're like, man, who has the time
to
sit around and go and delete every single comment they made on someone's channel if they haven't done anything? Because hurt dogs holler. Little time goes by. Little time goes by. We are in Face Squads Live. And when we're in there, someone comes forward and apologizes. We looking like, what you apologizing for? You support us heavy. We see you in our comment section. You know, we see your engagement with us. So why are you apologizing to us? So they reach out to us on Instagram. And this is where things start to make a lot of sense to us. The issues with lips and me, I'm eating with my hands.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm driving and I couldn't text right now because I'm going to be driving for quite some time. But I'm going to say I had a friend that was a new YouTuber and that is still very active on YouTube. We were very close, old friends. We were reunited. One day, morning, they sent me a message and some screenshots. Very upset with you all and everything. And I had been working really hard to grow that channel and help that YouTuber get out there. And so in the video that your husband had made, he felt like that your husband was copying something that he was doing. And me being, it was early in the morning, like I was getting ready to go to work, I was distraught over it because I was like, oh my God, that is like what you just did. So I agreed with them and everything. So I was so upset. Basically, I shouldn't probably have let that person get me that upset or how. So anyway, like I said, that he was just really distraught over everything. I was like, I'm so tired of this happening. And we had just went through this big thing with other YouTubers taking our concepts for stuff like anytime I made something to go on my video, that person, another YouTuber, 2 other YouTubers would make like literally the identical thing that I made through my own creator. Like I didn't get it from anybody, I made myself. Was copying my content. So it was just like a domino effect. So anyway, I was defending that person. Come to find out, that person was not a loyal friend, was just using me for gain and to grow a channel and didn't care about me as an individual at all and was just basically using me. So that was a lesson learned. I feel like that was God's way of, you know, teaching me. Like I said, that was the first time I had ever done anything like that, and it will be the last time. Matter of fact, I am never ever helping anybody else grow a channel or supporting anyone on that magnitude again. I support and help a lot of new YouTubers grow their channels on a daily basis, but never will I do that again and get hurt or burned or hurt anybody else in the process.
So I'm all in his comment section and I'm eating with my hands, so I'm copying off of him. He has his friend, you know, speaking all this ill will to her while we're supporting him. Now we're commenting on his channel trying to be supportive because we know what it's like to be a small YouTuber. We know how it is to try to be learning things and you can't get things no matter how hard you try. You know, something as small as the right kind of camera.
We know about reaching out to people, asking for collabs, and being either left on red, ignored, or they say, yeah, stay in our lane. So we might not tell y'all everything that's going on, but we've had it hard.
Yes.
So us just wanting to see you be consistent. Instead of us, but we didn't tell you yes right off the bat.
When you wanted us to on your
yes.
time frame.
So you went to talk spit to your friend, and now your friend has made a video on you say you don't know about it
on your behalf, and
which could be true, but even still, if someone did my friend wrong, of course I'm
gonna stick up for them.
Yes.
I mean, the way
so we don't blame that person for making the video.
The way that it was handled could have been done differently. Cool. Yes. We'll say that to stay completely neutral. Yeah, the way that it was done, the person could not have made the video. But at the same time, someone who you known as a childhood friend, they telling you, oh, these people doing me wrong, and this person is supposed to be in the content lane that you're trying to go to, and they've experienced similar things to what you're doing. But see, now you playing on them. You manipulating them. You're twisting their situation to fit your game. So all that happened in May. Now, once we get all the receipts, and we're gonna just have them running so you can see, we get all this factual data as to what's going on behind the scenes. Now, we're from Birmingham. We know people lie, and people will be the aggressor and try to make you out to be the victim.
Throw the rock and hide the hand.
So we kept the receipt just in case he tried to lie on us, say we did something to him, because he's already proven that he will pour salt on our name. Now that we've pretty much hashed everything that happened back then, now we have a book of receipts. So if there's anything that you feel like we were cloudy about and you don't have enough proof because you want to hear both sides, just ask. We can provide that. But we're trying not to drag this video out, because
but the moral of the story is you keep apologizing for not doing these things, but when realistically your apology to Flavor Eats was literally just so that you could try to silence her. You know, you wanted, which we're about to get to.
Yes. See, I'm about to jump forward because I'm a Marine. And for you to make a Marine feel uncomfortable with the way that you're conducting yourself as a man, you're a man my senior. You're a man my senior. So if you make me feel uncomfortable, come on, bruh. So to be perfectly honest, at this point, everything's laid out on the table. You know what I mean? And the tenacious audacity of someone. You're reaching out to us, emailing us about things. So for you to be going around and telling people and insinuating that I'm emailing you, I'm stealing ideas from you, and I'm coming on to you, that's just foul, bruh. That's just foul. When I fought for freedom of speech, not for people to be silenced. So we're finna go back to Atlanta, because now that we just summed up all that, we need to get to this Atlanta thing, because that Apollo lie that went on his platform, that is why we had to speak up, because right is right and right don't wrong nobody. So if you were present when the things that we're about to say transpired, if you wouldn't have spoke up when someone tries to re-victimize someone, then you need to look on the inside.
Yes.
Because for a man who is married and says that his preference is his husband, to be fixated on a woman's ass who is not she's not there for you. She's not there for your eye candy, for your appeasement. So for you to be focused on her ass the whole time, Saturday, Sunday, ooh, Flavor, that ass, that ass, that ass. And then to have the tenacious audacity and the unmitigated gall to tell this woman, say, call your nigga and ask him, can I touch your titties?
Can I rub on your titties? Call your nigga and ask him, can I rub on your titties?
Redo that. Say, call your nigga and ask him, can I rub on your titties? If that was your mama, your sister,
little lips,
niece, even lips. If that was your daughter, you said.
And what is acceptable here in Memphis, Tennessee may not be acceptable in other places. It just may not.
In Memphis, that's how y'all play. So that means that when Little Lips grows up, that's okay for a man to tell her to call you her daddy and say, can I rub on your daughter's titties, my dog? Let me just cop a feel. You wanna know what that sounds like to me?
You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
That's exactly what that sounds like. But again, bullying, you try to put it off on, well, I was just teasing.
We were partying, and my husband and myself said something that to us was perfectly innocent. We were just really, cutting up. But it offended Flavor Eats. So I would like to say, Flavor Eats, we are sorry. We did not mean to offend you. And anything that we said that was out of order for you, we apologize. We care a lot about you, sweetheart. No, we did not mean to offend you. We are sorry, okay? I hope you can forgive us. I'm sorry about that. I hope you can forgive us because we had no intentions of, you know, hurting your feelings or whatever that we did that was inappropriate. We're sorry. We really, really are.
I was just playing. We love you, baby. She launched your website. That's why you love her. That's why you don't want. That's why you came on this platform try to silence her. You did a video with this girl.
And Dare said that you did not say that.
I do understand. And I apologize. I didn't apologize for that because I didn't say that. But I did apologize for the situation. Honest to God, some things got told, or a thing got told, that I simply didn't say. I didn't. Now, anything I do say my words, and I'd be good with that. Because if I said my words, if you say my words, I meant them.
So when you made that video, you tried to cover up two things saying you didn't say because you behind the scenes trying to make her seem like she is crazy in the head and that you didn't say, wow, that not only you were at the table, Flavor was at the table, myself, Jazz, Prissy was at the table.
And Rayshawn.
So 4 other people on top of Flavor heard what you said.
Telling Sydney. Did I say it right? Sydney?
Yes, because people are even messing up this woman's name because he's so busy disrespecting her, calling her Cindy, that people are confused that her name is Sydney.
From the Smith bunch, telling her husband, that you and Sydney got a arrangement already worked out. You playing, you're praying. I'm trying to say praying and playing at the same time.
You're going to and fro, seeking forth whom you may devour. That is exactly what you're trying to do.
Like P said, rubbing on her husband's back. Telling Rayshawn you waiting on permission to rub Prissy's ass. Telling me you waiting on Dale, and I'm waiting on Dale too to give me permission to rub on your ass. I don't even got a ass.
Keep waiting, G. Keep waiting.
So at this point, you bouncing
all over the
place. So if I say something crazy, blame it on the alcohol.
And you know, it's so unfair that when we didn't say anything back in the day, we kept our seats because you were a smaller content creator. So we didn't want anybody to try to say we were bullying you, you know.
Everybody's trying to say that we're bullying you now, but at this point, you're publicly lying.
And we're telling the truth. You know, what's done in the dark
comes to the light.
Sooner or later, that ain't right.
Period.
Now, I know we might be going back and forth between up and down, but at the same time, sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying. You know, we lost so much time making these videos, even having to hash all this up. When we tried to move on, it was so uncomfortable that weekend. It was understood, it had to be explained, everybody there, and it was made up in our minds that you were being left in 2019. But when you came into 2020, re-victimizing the victim,
saying you ain't say that, whether you was saying you did not say that about talking junk about Trey in his house, or Flavor Eats, that you didn't say that to her and you were just playing.
You're saying it was so harmless. Well, how is it that you could not say
what you said?
Why could you not tell your platform?
I'm sorry for saying blah blah blah, and you took it out of context because
But that's how y'all play in Memphis. Nah, dog. That ain't how nobody gonna play with their child, with their auntie. You ain't even playing with my sons like that. To be perfectly honest, you know, this whole experience has been completely unfathomable. Trey and Nene opened up their home to 24 other people outside of us who were invited for your YouTube turn up, your YouTube birthday.
We already knew something was funky in the water with you anyway. We still show hospitality. Yes, gave you a shot, show hospitality.
We paid for all the food and cooked it. So for you, the food was nasty, but when
it ain't no flavor.
You the only one that's saying.
No, say all the food nasty.
All of it. But it's gone.
All gone.
Haters gonna always have something to say. And it makes no sense because everybody who you burning and everybody who you flaming had your back. tried to be there for you, tried to support you, tried to show you caringness, tried to show you hospitability, tried to show you all of these things, but you continue to spit on folks' face. Like for you to say, if I can pull Prissy P, I can pull B-Love, why are you objectifying Nate's wife? Why are you objectifying Prissy? Like it's some kind of conquest. You're waiting to grope my wife. You're rubbing on other people's spouses, but your spouse is here. You've done this so much, you've normalized it for your spouse. Your husband has began to comment on this woman's ass because of how much you've done it. So
now both of y'all keep talking about Flavor's ass.
So the reason you apologizing for you and your husband is because you did it so much. Your husband came in with the shits too and started, ooh, Flavor, ooh, Flavor. This woman was outside crying on the phone to her man because of how uncomfortable you made her feel. So for you to minimize her and try to make her feel like this because also you did a video, you trying to hold her video. Oh, don't worry, I seen the money back you paid for the food.
The way you treat people is just fucked up. Period.
And then to top that off, like, the reason that we didn't say anything because we didn't want to be trying to bully you, although we have proof and receipts. Now you're bullying people. I can't stand for that. I can't tolerate that. Now, with how social media works, and we're already knowing people are gonna be, oh, y'all just doing this for this, y'all just doing this for that.
We don't care.
So at this point, we also, you said.
Now, anything I do say my words, and I'd be good with that. Because if I say my words, if you say my words, I meant them.
By your words, if you say something, then hold you to it. Because we know 9 times out of 10, we're gonna have to actually go receipt for receipt. Because even though Prissy had receipts, even though Prissy showed a pattern of misuse, even though we're showing this has been going on since he started his channel in March of 2019. He emailed us on March the 27th. He emailed Prissy on March the 23rd. He hadn't even published a video yet. So we're trying to show you guys a pattern of misconduct to warn other people because he tries to do this to smaller content creators so that he can dial back on their clout chasing if they try to tell the truth about what happened to him, about what happened with them in regards to him. We have a similar platform. You've already burned us. You've already done us wrong. So we are just stating facts. Nobody should be in my comment section talking trash because I'm speaking the truth. I gave up 8 years of my life for freedom of speech. So you can't tell me how I'm supposed to keep my mouth closed when people are doing wrong by somebody and I'm present. If it was hearsay, cool. But I'm present for this. I'm present. Just like I'm present on the platform for your Apollo Lie, where you have people going over to this girl's comment section
making her feel bad,
saying she came to you on your birthday with some drama when this happened way before your birthday and you was with the shits. My damn food done got cold. So on that note, we're gonna let it end right here. I'm gonna put as many receipts in this boy as I can to show you guys this narcissistic behavior. He's got to be stopped.
Period.
As always, we love y'all, fam. Y'all know we don't speak on nothing. We stay in our lane and mind our business. But when people doing shit like this,
publicly lie,
and we don't know,
we was there, we heard it with our ears. Now, granted, we should have
had your ass out back in May of last year.
And when you said that shit to Flavor with us sitting at the table, we should have said something then, but we were just trying to keep everything cordial
and get the hell on.
Yes.
So at this point, we have to speak up because we feel like we were the butterfly effect. Even we were the first people who he burned so badly. So had we spoke up, we may not even be doing this now. Yeah. We don't know what's being said about us behind our backs. We've heard so much stuff through the grapevines. She out here young and dumb. I'm her third baby daddy. 2 of my 4 sons, who I was there for every one of their births, they ain't mine. Them some other nigga kids.
Watch your mouth. See, y'all got us this, and this is why we don't we keep our mouth closed, because this is a PG
channel,
or as PG as we can keep it channel. And these videos also are for our kids to look back on.
But we also have to teach our kids, you can't let anybody silence you. You have to speak up for yourself as well. So
you can't be nice to everybody. You can't let it. At this point, our lesson, we can't let everybody slide.
Yep.
We can't let nobody else slide.
Nope, it ain't going in 2020.
Can't let nobody else slide.
No. You know what I mean? Because honor, courage, commitment. Those are 3 of the Marine Corps values. So you got to have the courage to do what's right, even when no one is looking. And when people give you flack by doing the right thing, because the right thing is not always the easy thing to do. So that's cool. That's cool. Say what you gotta say, but at the end of the day, facts don't lie.
If some of our fam leave, then we sorry.
But at the end of the day, we would hope that you would commend and want somebody to stand up for you if somebody is trying to minimize and belittle you and try to make it seem like you're tripping and sending people your way to demean you when they've already objectified you. So at any rate, we're gonna get on up out of here, fam, because we gotta edit this boy, drop this boy. So love you guys.